everybody.
Hi, guys.
Mr. and Mrs. Traveler here.
ElleKosGlam. Merry Christmas.
And welcome to 12 Days of CRUISEMAS.
It's the 12 Days of CRUISEMAS. We on day 10.
Day number 10, we're nearing the end.
Yes.
I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Today we're going to a more upscale line once again, a little outside the norm.
Yes, very fancy, but I do want to know about it, and I'm learning as much as you are. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification button. That way you know we upload. We upload every week, and we like to go live from different places.
All right, so let's go back to 1997 when this company was formed, and we're talking about none other than Viking. All right, everybody, so let's talk about Viking. A very unique cruise line, Viking is. So Viking has, right now, I believe over 70 ships in their fleet. So very large fleet for them. However, most of those are actually river cruise ships. So
they can get in the ins and outs and nooks and crannies of places.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're, if you've never seen them, they're very skinny, short, long type of boats that don't have much of a draft on them, or they don't need much water space underneath the ship. And they go, as it says, down rivers.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, so what's cool about these is they go all over the place. They're all over Europe. They're in China. They're in a lot of places around the world where they actually go on these river cruises. And Viking river cruises, and they do have some ocean vessels too, which we'll talk a little bit about, but really they're known mostly for their river cruises.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And so river cruises, very different kind of atmosphere than what you would think for a typical ocean cruise.
What's the difference?
So you're getting full immersion into a culture.
Wow.
On the river cruises.
So you just don't go there for a couple hours and leave.
Right. Yeah, some of these ports you actually overnight at, you get a chance to really explore. You think about when you're on an ocean cruise and you're coming up, say outside of the Caribbean and the island, but let's say you're on an ocean cruise and maybe you go to, to Europe, and you maybe get into the Scandinavian countries, and you're right there at the port, and you're kind of limited to what you could do. Whereas the river cruises get deep into the heart of the country.
Some of the cities they even go to, right?
Yeah. So, and some of the most famous rivers that you heard, the Rhine, the Rhone, all these different, the Danube, all these different famous rivers around the world that these ships get into. And that's what the cruise is all about. It's all about immersion in the culture and the history of these locations.
That would be fun to experience an entire culture where you can go into the cities, see how they live, see how they eat, and just study that particular culture. That sounds fun.
Most of the river cruise ships are under 200 passengers.
Really?
And they have 40 to 50 crew members on board, so it's a pretty good service ratio there.
Okay.
So very limited passengers on here, so your experience is very, it's very personable.
It sounds like it, yeah. Absolutely.
So, and you're not going to find things on here that you find on ocean ships, like big entertainment venues and things like that. You're more likely to find, if you're in a location, they may invite local singers or performers on board the ship to perform for you, maybe some of their local music or, local dance perhaps, or things like that. So again, all about the culture of the destination.
That's great.
Yeah. So it's not so much about the ships as it is the destination, although the ships are very nice. They're very nice interiors and everything. But again, totally different layout than you would think from ocean ships.
So it's more of a small crowd. You get to experience the cultures in the cities and dig into that culture, and it's not as big as a typical big ship. It's small, so if you want that personable experience, you may want to try Viking.
Yeah. Most of the river cruises do, and so let's talk about, let's talk about who's going on this cruise. And now most of the Viking river cruises,
who is it a good fit for?
Yeah, most of the Viking river cruises do not allow people, you have to be 18 or older to go aboard the ship. So
you have to be an adult.
Yeah, so that's who it's geared towards. It's geared towards adults on, serious destination travel.
No children. No kids allowed at all.
And so now you'll see the price point with Viking is a little bit higher, and I think people get it a little bit I don't want to say sticker shock, but it's a little bit higher than maybe you would pay for ocean cruise. But you get a lot of stuff with it. A lot of all-inclusives with it. You get some drink packages. So you have like a sort of drink package with your lunch and dinner. Outside of that, you have to buy the drinks, but you get some excursions that come along with the with your cruise, and in addition to free Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's great. That's pretty good.
And some of the things that they don't have that you might see on bigger ships is things like a medical center.
Really? They don't have one?
They don't have a medical center.
They probably have to fly people out if they...
Well, you're right there. You're in the city.
Yeah, you're in the city, so you can go drive straight to the hospital.
Yeah, and you can pull over to the side of the bank and get them off, right?
That's right.
Usually no spa, no gym for a workout.
It's not big enough for that. It's very small.
Yeah. It's seriously all about immersion in the culture. And seriously, that's what Viking River Cruises is all about.
And I think they concentrate a lot on worldwide destinations that's hard to reach.
Yes. And so while Viking is known for their river cruises, in 2013 they did enter the ocean cruise market, and their ships are very similar to some of the other cruise lines that we have talked about. So in 2013, Viking entered the ocean cruise market, and their ships are very similar to some of the other luxury branded cruise lines that we mentioned in our other 12 Days of CRUISEMAS. And they are in that same kind of price point and same type of features. They are bigger ships, a few more passengers on there than you find on the Viking River Cruise. But again, one of those things where they can get into nooks and crannies in the ocean that the big ships, the big ocean liners can't get to because of the shallow waters. So it's similar in that sense, and it would be considered, part of the luxury market, as is the Viking River Cruise. It is the luxury market.
I think since it's less than 200 people on board, the service is probably more catered to a white glove service, so you'll get more for your bang for your buck on the Viking.
This is something where you're taking a river cruise to Germany, and your goal and your aim is to learn everything about Germany, and to go in there and see the history, see the architecture, see the culture,
and also do some excursions.
Yep. And let me say this, I'm going to put this at the end of every single video that we do for these next 12 days. To me, there's no better gift than the gift of a cruise or a vacation under the tree. I don't know how you feel, but I do know how you feel. It always trumps everything. It trumps a material gift. To me, having a trip of going somewhere, making memories, seeing new things, meeting new people, experiencing this great big place that we call the Earth is priceless to me.
It is. Presents are a gift. It's not meaningless, but then if you want to set some real memories, you want to go ahead and travel the world. And the best way to do it is on a cruise, where you can wake up every day and land in a different destination. And you can't put a price on that. You can't put a gift on that. That's timeless. That's a priceless gift. So if you're ready to make that call, just give us a call at 877-697-4470, or you can book online at www.mr-traveler.com. We can make that memory happen for you.
Imagine when your kids go back to school studying geography and history and things like that, and they can actually relate to it because they've been to the places. So maybe you've taken them on a European vacation and they went to Greece and they're studying Greece. They can really relate. Oh, I was there. I saw that. I saw those ruins, and I think that's great.
Me too. Also, when you're healthy and you're able to do it, take that time and do it. What's better time to do it than now? Maybe next year you can plan for a Christmas cruise. Maybe you don't want to put up the bells and whistles around your home, decorate. You just want to go ahead and hit the Caribbean. We got you covered.
All right, so that's it for Viking River Cruises. We hope that you expand your mind. We try to put some of these different cruise lines in outside of the big boys to help expand your mind, because those of you who have, like us, have been on many cruises on the big popular lines, we find ourselves kind of itching for more, I guess is probably. Sometimes
you get burned out.
Yeah, I would like to experience a ship with very few passengers. I definitely want to try the river cruise and get in there, and really, especially I like to do like the Scandinavian. I think that would be very interesting. Get into fjords and all that.
That'd be nice, or even Singapore.
yeah, so yeah, absolutely would love to try that, and it because it's something different and new. So I would like to try that.
It's a different mindset, and you get to immerse in that culture, just like Mr. Traveler said. And it's a different experience from being on a ship with a whole lot of people versus just you and him or whoever you with. It'll feel more intimate, and that's what I would like about it.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this little short segment on Viking.
Life short.
Have fun.
See the world.
Go out there and see it.
Bye, guys.